Here it comes! Impossible! Over here! I couldn't follow his movements at all. That uppity, disrespectful Saiyan was planning to use this move against me.
I'm detecting a hint of concern in your voice, my lord. Do you think that would be a problem for you?
Don't be ridiculous. Why would I even care?
If you're not at all worried, then why are you sweating?
I'm sweating because I hate losing to my brother.
Hey guys, VALTORIOUS the AWOKEN here. So, I had this idea for Goku on what if Goku actually, I guess, perfected or mastered like Kaioken, right? Because everybody knows that Goku is basically like not only he's a battle horde, but he's kind of like I guess like a power-up whore and stuff out of Vegeta, because sure, Vegeta only got like what? Out of Super Saiyan 3, he has all of the transformations except for Ultra Instinct, right? So I was thinking, I was like, yeah, what if he would have actually perfected like Kaioken? Like how strong Goku would have been if he would have perfected Kaioken? Because I understand like when he was on like King Kai's place, he wasn't able to like learn it. Like he was able to learn it fast and stuff, but he wasn't able to like fully perfect it. Even when King Kai said that, yeah, he learned the move, but he never perfected it because it's very difficult to do. So I'm just thinking, I'm like, yeah, if Goku was able to like perfect like Kaioken, like how powerful would have been and stuff? Because I'm pretty sure people, when you looked at like the Tournament of Power and stuff, you seen how Goku was able to basically go all the way up to like 20, and that's it, right? And it's like you would think that since he's able to use Kaioken, but he can't really use it like that because of his control, of his ki control, you would think that he would have learned how to go, I don't know, like Kaioken times 50, times 30, or times 40, because I'm pretty sure people have been thinking about this for like the longest. Like, yeah, like why can't Goku go all the way up to those lengths and stuff? But it's just that, again, I believe they also said it has something to do with like strain on the body, but I think it was because obviously because he was in battle with Vegeta, and then when he was fighting against Hit and up against Frieza, it was putting like a little bit of a strain on his body and stuff. But at those times, like, yeah, he was able to fully control and use it, but it was like the strain on his body. But I was thinking, like, what if he would have trained for like 1 year, or meditated within like the Kaioken form for just like, I don't know, 6 months, right? And he was able to get like a feel of it, so that way when he uses it, it doesn't perform like a strain on his body and stuff. Because it's just like, yeah, like he has Super Saiyan, right, which it doesn't have no strain on him whatsoever. It's just that it's a stamina, so it's just like somebody could just knock him the hell out, and then he goes back to his regular form. Or he gets tired and then he goes back to his regular form and stuff. But for Kaioken, if he was to like perfect it into a way where if he was to train, how far would he would have gone and stuff? Because yeah, we've seen like basically like all of like his transformations of his forms and stuff, but it's just like everybody's been saying this, even I've been saying about like Kaioken times 100 and stuff. Like if he was able to go into that state without exploding or something crazy like actually happening to him and stuff, because it's just like if he was to train for like a full year, right? So let's just say I don't know, like when the Beerus stuff showed up, right? But yeah, when Beerus basically showed up, right? Sure, he wouldn't have been able to beat Beerus, but the idea of him using it, like let's just say he did like I guess Super Saiyan Kaioken, there we go, because I always forget these things. Super Saiyan Kaioken, right? So if he was to train for like that full straight year, right? And let's just say he was to use like Kaioken times 50, right? What would that do against like Beerus and stuff? Like, would it be enough to be like, oh, okay, this is something? And then like Goku's already mastered like 50, and then he takes it up a level, right, to 100. Like, how would that be? Times like Super Saiyan 3 or something. Like, at this point, like, would it kill him? or would he just be already like strong enough to handle the form? And he's fighting Beerus, and Beerus is surprised because he's like, yo, he can keep up with me, but he can't defeat me, right? But who knows? Who knows? Because when Beerus was kind of like, you know, flipping out when Goku was using Kaioken Blue, when he used Kaioken Blue against Hit, and that's when, you know, Beerus kind of like flipped out because he was just like, hold up, he was gonna use that move against me? Is that what the fuck? Like, nah. So he was kind of like, you know, getting a little scared on that part. So it's just like, you would think that if he was able to perfect it during that time, and then when, like, I guess when the God stuff was to pop up, how powerful would he would have been and stuff? Because I don't understand, like, people's kind of like, you know, going off and like, oh yeah, they like Ultra Instinct, and they like, yeah, Ultra Instinct is basically like his new it form. But it's like, when you think about it, over the years, Goku had a lot of it forms and stuff. Like, okay, first it was Kaioken, and then eventually it was Super Saiyan, and then it was Super Saiyan 2, then it was Super Saiyan 3, and then after that it was basically God and stuff. And then you would think like, okay, him learning Super Saiyan God is basically like his new it form and stuff. But then it's just like, no, then it's Super Saiyan Blue, right? And then, you know, Goku didn't go down the Vegeta route where he was able to do, I guess, perfected Blue or evolution Blue. It was just like, it stayed there, but Goku was able to use like Kaioken to like double the power of Super Saiyan Blue. So he had all of these types of things and stuff. And how much you want to bet that once when he perfects Ultra Instinct, right? And let's just say, since in the manga Whis was already explaining to Goku that, yeah, you're able to use Ultra Instinct, but your Ultra Instinct is at a low tier. So you would think that since his Ultra Instinct is at a low tier, and obviously he's getting training from him, we all know how this goes, because it's Dragon Ball. It's not going to be enough. So what's going to happen is he's going to double it. And I don't think he's going to use God. I don't think he's going to use God, right? I think it might go back to using like Kaioken and stuff, where he's going to double his power, and he's going to use Kaioken, and it might be Kaioken Ultra Instinct or something. So you can imagine if he's going like Kaioken times 5 Ultra Instinct or something, it's going to be crazy, right? Crazy. But I'm off topic here. Let's just say he, like I said, he went to his training. He had a full training. How powerful would he be if he was in Super Saiyan compared to you know, what he is right now? Because let's just say like during like the Majin Buu stuff, right? Okay, yeah, Goku was able to get like more training and stuff, but let's just say he went back into like the Kaioken stuff, and he was just like, okay, I want to really perfect this move, because it's just like, at this point it feels like he's abandoned the move, and he doesn't really need it anymore, because when the Majin Buu stuff happened, he learned Super Saiyan 3, which was the it form at the time. And you would think like, okay, he held his own against Kid Buu, against Fat Buu and stuff, but when you find out later that Kid Buu was basically a god, that Super Saiyan 3 basically, it was meaningless. It didn't really do much and stuff. So it was just like, if he would have had Kaioken, or used Kaioken, or perfected Kaioken, then maybe he probably would have defeated maybe Kid Buu. If, let's just say, he was able to use Kaioken times 50 against Kid Buu, he probably would have killed Kid Buu at that point if he would have used Kaioken times 50 or even 100 and stuff, because I'll tell you, that's the magic number that everybody wants, is Kaioken times 100. Because I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. Basically 10 years ago, at least 10 or 11 years ago, it was this site, and I always keep talking about this in these videos. It was this site called White Monkeys, and White Monkeys had like ridiculous amounts of characters. Some of it was like, it was over the top, and some of it didn't really make any sense, because you had Demon Tien. He looked it busted. There was no gods. Well, there was no god stuff yet. It was just like, you had Demon Tien, you had Super Saiyan 5 Broly. If you couldn't beat this man within 5 minutes, he's gonna blow up the universe. You had that, right? You had God Piccolo, even though God Piccolo is in Heroes, right? then you had like all of like the ridiculousness of like the Super Saiyan transformations. You had Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1,000. It was just ridiculous that you had with like all these transformations. Like Super Saiyan, I think 7 was evil Goku, and Super Saiyan 6, he had like full golden fur and he was God. And boys, I'm telling you, it was crazy back in the days. And then I think it was I think there was Kaioken times 100 Goku. And then I think it was Kaioken times 100 Goku times Super Saiyan. It was, I'm telling you, it was crazy back there. And I remember too, because I was looking at this. I was like, yo, this shit was, like all of these transformations and shit. Like, it was crazy, back then. But, now later on, we got in God, we got an Ultra Instinct, and we just got like a bunch of craziness. So you would think that if he would have had like Kaioken, like again, this man probably would have, I don't know if necessarily he would have needed God. Like maybe he probably would have still needed God if he would have well, no, yeah, because it's Beerus and it's a new tier and stuff, so he would have had to have learned it. But if he didn't, and he would have just used like Kaioken throughout his time, then yeah, he probably would have been powerful. Because I'm a like Jiren, right? Let's talk about Jiren for instance, right? Like his ki was like, it was red and it was like very heated, like, so I was thinking that maybe he learned Kaioken, perfected it, and it's this heat version of it, like there's a heat version of Kaioken, and maybe Jiren just forgot because of his whole fuck all friends and it's about me, it's my time, and he just forgot about the form. I don't know, but I don't think it was that. I think it was just because he was just strong and whatever and stuff. But a perfected Kaioken is everything, it's life. Because let's just say he would have had perfected Kaioken during like the Frieza arc, right? He was doing fairly well against Frieza. He was doing fairly well against him. And if he would have, let's just say, had 50 or something, right? Frieza most likely would have been dead. Or times 100. Most likely Frieza would have been dead. But he didn't have that. So it was just, Super Saiyan. And then after that, it just kind of got lost into the shelves and stuff. But I'm making a gamble bet here. I believe they're going to do some shenanigans where it's going to be Kaioken. No, Ultra Instinct Kaioken or something. And then he's going to be bouncing around freaking 5, 6 times, 30, 100 times faster than the speed of light. It's gonna be crazy when this man gets his form and stuff, because at this point he should have already mastered the form, instead of just like, okay, he jumped to Super Saiyan, which is understandable at the time, but it's just that Kaioken was his first move. It was his first, so it's like you would think he would have mastered that first before jumping to like a different form and stuff, But yeah, I believe Goku probably would have been an absolute monster if he would have perfected like Kaioken and went through like all of the stages and stuff. Because let's say Cell. Let's just say Cell here. If he would have fought against Cell and he would have like had like, I don't know, Kaioken times probably 30 or something. Who knows? I don't know, because Cell was pretty powerful, but again, Cell probably would have died if he would have fought him against there. But again, it was the Super Saiyan arc, so, well, not Super Saiyan arc, it was basically learning the next transformation. So Super Saiyan 2, then eventually it was 3. So, but yeah, if you like what you heard you like, please subscribe, share, do all that wonderful stuff, and I'll catch you later.
Berserker, I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker, I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker, I killed it.